So, since the pandemic began about 10 months ago, I don't think I've actually left the house in a meaningful way, except for like once. My name is Victor, and I think I'm having fun. This morning, my wife Leslie and I, we actually left the house together and we went out for coffee. We realized when we were walking that we haven't even left the house together for like 2 weeks. I think it's because of how the pandemic began for us. Let me explain really quickly. So at the start of the pandemic, the United States was being ravaged by the virus, and it was like the worst country. And the worst state in the United States for the pandemic was New York, which is where I live. And then the epicenter of New York was New York City, which is also where I live. And then the worst borough in New York City for the pandemic was Queens, which is also where I live. In fact, all evidence points to me being the start of the pandemic. It was a time when everybody was saying like the pandemic was like under control. And then there was a bar in our neighborhood, which was unfortunately closing because of the pandemic. And they were like saying, we're gonna, have everybody come out to the bar to like say goodbye to this bar. And we went, me and my wife, to the bar. And when we got there, it was like out of control. Like people were in the bar, just crammed in, like yelling over the bar. Nobody was wearing a mask. And we were like, oh no. So we turned around, we went back home, and we were just like, we're not doing that. And so we just basically went back down to just being buckled down, because the way our jobs are and the way the pandemic has been, we thought better safe than sorry. And so now it's just the way it is. We're just like inside. And now that the pandemic is getting worse again, I don't know, we're just doing the same thing. It's just like, I know that there's a future where the pandemic isn't going to be part of our lives anymore, but it's just hard to see.